There are many incidents that happen each day, but some of the ones we're diving into today are so chilling they'll make you jump out of your skin. Hit like and subscribe to make sure you never end up in these nightmares. First up is the story of 𝘀𝘂𝗯𝘀𝗰𝗍𝗶, a man from the Philippines who began filming eating challenges to help his struggling family. Until a TikTok follower dared him to take on a lethal stunt, and it ended in tragedy.
Explaining Incidents, Part 3. This all started when a man from the Philippines decided to do mukbang.videos to earn money and to help his family for it. A few days later, not long ago, some of his so-called follower challenged him to eat a chicken bone, which is not very good for people. He made that video and gained much views, but what he didn't know is that he died just after a few days, and the person who challenged him to do that hasn't been arrested. Like, why? I feel absolutely bad about that man, even though he don't know me. And if you want to support him, he has a TikTok. Here's his user. And his brother are the one doing the mukbangs now, because 𝘀𝘂𝗀𝗀𝗯𝗀𝗃 died. Condolences, by the way.
That's so tragic. He just wanted to pull off a daring stunt, but had no idea how dangerous it was. Rest in peace, 𝘀𝘂𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗃. Now on to another disturbing incident known as one man, one jar. This one is absolutely bizarre. Besties, I can't even wrap my head around why anyone would try it. It's hard to describe, so let's watch a clip about it.
Discussing about one man, one jar. A Russian man that is completely 𝘀𝘀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗃 had made a video named One Man, One Jar, which happens to be a famous incident. He published a video that was 17 years ago, and he published it on a website called 𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀. His user was known as 𝘀𝘂𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 video is described as a man completely 𝘀𝗀𝗃𝗃 and sat on the jar until it shattered into pieces, and he had so many blood and body injuries, and he ignored all of it and kept going.
Ooh, that's honestly beyond gross. Like, why would anyone do something that bizarre? If you have any guesses, drop them in the comments because I'm still trying to make sense of it. But now there's another story that gave me chills. It's about a boy who just wanted to jump off a cliff into the water for fun. But what happened next was truly terrifying. Here's the video that breaks it all down. Brace yourself.
Let's talk about
Face split incident.
the face split incident took place in Spain back in 2009. It all started when two brothers were swimming in the ocean and decided to jump off a cliff. The first brother jumped perfectly and landed safely in the water, without injuries. Then it was the second brother's turn. He was ready to jump, but when he did, he landed on a concrete, splitting his face open.
Oh my god, besties, what a poor guy. He just wanted to have some fun.
He then fell into the water. As he floated, his head was completely covered in blood, staining the water around him red. He was rushed to the hospital, and the doctors tried everything to save him, but he sadly died. There's a video of the incident, but I'd rather not watch it. It's too disturbing.
Guys, I really wouldn't want to watch any video from that incident. It's just way too disturbing. RIP to the guy. Drop some respect in the comments. There's another creepy story too, this time about a different mukbanger who also sadly passed away. What makes it worse is that this person was a cannibal and actually ate a dead body. The whole thing is super dark, and this video explains everything really clearly.
Let's talk about
Cement on my pants.
there was a man from Indonesia. He was known on the year 2003 that is a mukbanger. He was born in March 3.1972 and was known as Horror Man because one day there was a man that died and need to God be buried on the grave. And the man which is known that is a mukbanger started eating the dead body.
That's seriously creepy. Who in their right mind would eat a dead body? It's so messed up. I can't even wrap my head around it. I'd never be able to do something that horrifying.
A girl found the grave open and called the police, and the police quickly arrived and arrested the man. Well, that's all I know. Goodbye and stay safe.
I'm really really glad they caught that weirdo. Some people are just too creepy. Anyway, there's another disturbing incident I found, and instead of dragging it out, let's just jump straight into the video and see what really happened.
Let's talk about
3 men, 1 hammer.
there was this man that was peacefully riding in his bike until these 2 guys came up to him and smashed his bike's wheels with a hammer, and after that they then smashed the man's 𝗀𝘀𝗃𝗃 and the man was bleeding so hard.
This has to be one of the wildest stories I've come across today. It's seriously disturbing and honestly makes me want to cry. But alright, let's keep watching and see how it all unfolds.
After the man was conscious, they then carried his body to a snowy forest. The body of the man was then putted laying down in the snow, and then the other man pulled out a screwdriver and stabbed the man's tummy countless times. The poor man was bleeding in his mouth, and while he was breathing, the bellows on his mouth were bubbling. They then also stabbed the man's left eye, which bleeded so much. After that, they tied his 𝗀𝘀𝗃𝗃 body on a tree and started taking pictures.
Oh my goodness, I'm literally shaking right now. How can people be so heartless? This story is honestly heartbreaking. Let me know in the comments if it made you feel something too. But there's another creepy case we need to talk about. It's known as the skin case. So apparently, there was this sailor just doing his usual thing when he spotted something floating in the river. Turns out it was human skin from a woman. It's seriously disturbing, but this next video breaks it down clearly.
This is considered one of the most shocking cases in Polish history. On January 6, 1999, a sailor in Poland noticed something strange floating on the river. It was long and pale and it smelled very bad. And as he leaned in closer to get a better look, he saw an ear attached to it. Now, what I'm about to say next is very disturbing, so be warned. After the sailor found this substance, DNA testing then indicated it was the skin of a missing woman named Katarzyna Załata. And whoever did this to her turned her skin into a suit and was likely wearing it. So at this point, only her skin was found. Until January 14th, when pieces of her clothing and one leg was found also in the river. 17 years later, 52-year-old Robert J. was arrested for this. He previously worked in a dissection lab, meaning he was skilled in preparing animal skin. And he allegedly also knew the victim. As of October 2022, 23 years since the victim was found, Robert J. is still awaiting trial. As he remains in custody, investigators are allegedly gathering more evidence to solve the case. Follow for more.
This whole skin case is beyond horrifying. It's hard to believe something like that could actually happen. The fact that someone could do that to another human being is just sickening. The next incident was about a really talented man who could breathe fire. He was a natural performer. But things went really wrong and it gets really creepy.
Explaining incidents, part 2.
Fire breather incident.
Before we start, can you follow me on Roblox? We're close to 1,000. Thank you, my cloudies. This man was from USA. He is known for breathing in fire, which is his talent. But one day, something tragic incident had happened during the show. During his performance, he was lighting up a fire on a torch or whatever it's called, and putted it in his mouth. But then, he accidentally swallowed some of the fuel. After it, he then burped and the fire was under his stomach.
That sounds absolutely horrifying. I can't even imagine that happening to me, and I definitely wouldn't want to experience anything like it.
After just 1 second, his stomach and body exploded, and the people who was watching him perform thought it was part of the acting, and his body parts went on people's faces. Later on, his head was found on the popcorn machine.
Guys, if I were at that show, I'd probably scream my lungs out. That was way too creepy. I honestly feel so bad for the kids who thought it was all just part of the performance. I mean, imagine finding a head inside your popcorn machine. No thanks. Now, this next incident is seriously disturbing. It's about a man who did some extremely inappropriate things, and honestly, I can't even say most of them in this video.
Dark story behind
The tile incident.
You might not know who is this guy, right? His name is Tile and he is a K-pop idol from the group called NCT Dream. You might be shocked what he did. Basically, Tile a 12-year-old girl, which means Tile demanded that the 12-year-old girl reveals her to him. He messaged only young girls and wanted to seize girls' and and wanted it to take a picture and sent it to him.
Guys, this has to be one of the most disturbing and disgusting things I've heard all day. Seriously, this is exactly why you should never talk to random people online, no matter how normal they seem. Stay safe out there.
Some of young girls said that it's illegal and doesn't want to send it to him. And I think that 𝗀𝗂𝗯𝗀𝗃 and K1L3D them. The people were shocked of what 𝗀 did. So people begins to destroy 𝗀's photocards and his pictures. And SM, the CEO of the company, kicked 𝗀 out from NCT Group. He's in jail for this. So please girls, keep your safety with you. And by the way, we don't know who was the girl, or what happened. There's no CCTV footage, but I think it will reveal it soon. So bye my friends.
This story is beyond disturbing. I truly feel heartbroken for all the little girls involved. No child should ever have to go through something like that. And the fact that someone also did something so horrible to their pet cat and posted it online is just sickening. I'm glad that person got arrested, but it's terrifying to think people like this exist.
Talk about
The cat in a blender incident.
this incident happened in May 2023. It involved a calico cat being blended by a man. It started when he put the cat in a blender and began turning it on and off repeatedly. Eventually, he stopped turning it off and left it running. The cat was in extreme pain as it was blended, while the man was laughing.
Absolutely, it's heartbreaking to think anyone could harm such a sweet and innocent animal. Cats are loving, curious, and full of personality. If you ever do get one, they can bring a lot of joy and comfort into your life. Just make sure to give them lots of care, cuddles, and treats.
Cat continued to meowing for help as its organs and blood spread inside the blender. After that, he put the cat in a microwave and continued laughing until the cat died. Initially, the video went viral in China, then it spread internationally. It got so popular that Chinese netizens were able to locate and find him. The man was identified as 𝗀𝘂𝗯𝗀𝗃, a Chinese food blogger and social media influencer from Anhui province. He was detained for only 15 days, because in China, animal cruelty is not considered a serious crime. May the cat rest in peace. Stay safe out there.
Yeah, it's truly hard to understand how someone could do something so awful and then laugh about it. That kind of cruelty is beyond disturbing. Animals trust us, and hurting them is never okay. If you felt shocked or upset by these stories, you're definitely not alone. And yep, if you're into content like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment so we can keep these important conversations going.